Hello, I'm Jay Beershank. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're here for another edition of book reviews. We have an amazing book today. It's a Russian satirical piece, a really good one, a pretty renowned classical one. It's not super old, but it has a lot of like a cult following around it. We're looking at my backyard here. I moved to a place called Pua. It's in the Nan province of Thailand. I actually became a high school teacher. Got my high school teacher pants on here, and I'm going to put my high school teacher shirt on here soon, go to school. It's about 6:45 in the morning, but I've been trying to do this book review for ages, but things keep on getting in the way. Anyway, the reason, low quality, my camera has broken recently. I'm getting it fixed, but I haven't posted in a long time, so I figured I'll keep the phone videos going until I can do higher quality videos. I'm sorry for the low quality video. Okay. Anyway, today we have The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. This book was written in 1950, I believe, maybe 1960, and it takes place in 1930s Moscow. It is translated from Russian, and I will prefix this by saying that this is probably the most outlandish piece of satire I have ever read in my life. At first, it took me about 1 month to really get into it. I was reading it off and on. I was like, this kind of sucks, it's kind of crazy, it doesn't really make sense, what the hell's going on, what the hell's going on. But the reason I actually continued to pursue this book is because I bought this book at a bookstore in the north of Thailand in a place called Chiang Mai, and it was owned by a Greek man. And the Greek man recommended me this book, and he was like, you gotta read it, so I was like, okay, old man, sure. I didn't enjoy it. I went back to the bookstore, and he asked me, you finished that book yet? And I said, well, no, old man, I don't really like it that much. And he said, it's because you're an American. The Americans never like it. And that struck a chord with me. Struck a chord right here. So I went home and I was like, Jay, just put your nose into it and get into it. And once I really strapped in, I loved it. I loved it, really did. It took about 70 pages, but once you really get into it and you get into the flow of the story, it's great. It's a satirical piece, like I said. It's a play on intellectual atheism, and it's a big satire on if the devil came to Moscow with a couple of his dudes and just started causing havoc, and what that would look like, and how he would be able to manipulate the people, and kind of this crazy out of this world superiority and special power, and kind of interesting reflection and condescension, I don't know if that's the right word, but condescending attitude or condescending view or satirical view of society and reality. And even though it's based off of Moscow and the people of Russia and Moscow, you can still directly see these kind of things that they analyze, and that the devil comments on about the Moscow people. It's a global attribute, you can attribute that to any person. And so it's really interesting because I do take a look at people really closely in this book. But the majority of this book, you might not find any like psychological or philosophical significance to this book. You might just be laughing your ass off the whole time because it's really funny. It really is. I'm kind of a guy that likes to interpret things and likes to turn things into things that maybe they're not. So maybe I can get more out of this book just because I like to pump myself full of smoke. But I do think that this book has a really great maybe undertone, or really great microscopic look into, well, I guess just the ideas of intellectualism and atheism, and what that can mean for someone's faith and soul and identity. That's a little deep, but yeah. Also, in this book, it kind of goes back and forth between Moscow 1930s and I'm gonna say Jerusalem right before Christ dies. And honestly, I did not understand the point of it at all. That's what threw me off in the beginning of the book. I was like, why is it going back to this, and what is the point of this, and what? I'll be completely honest, I have no idea why this is in the book. It takes up about 50 pages of the book throughout the whole thing, and I really didn't get it. I don't understand. It's like jumping between two time frames. You know, you have the Moscow story with the devil, and then you have this other period of time where I think it's Jesus and one of his disciples, and Jesus is getting not hung on the cross, but just he's getting executed, and the disciples running around, and there's all this stuff about the curator, and there's another name that's referenced a lot. I can't remember the name right now. Pontius Pilate, which I don't even know who that is. I don't even know if that's a real person, but it's referenced a lot through this book, and I'll just be completely honest, I don't know, and I didn't understand it, and I just kind of put my nose into the book and read through those parts. So you can comment and, you know, talk to me about what you think that part of this book means, or what it's referencing, or what it's a metaphor for, or what they're trying to even get across in that part, because I didn't understand. And then in the end of the book, the two time frames coincide. Well, not coincide, but they overlap, and people from the religious figures show up in the modern day Moscow with the devil. He takes people on a trip and goes to seize them, and I didn't understand that at all. So that's part of this book that I can't speak on. But anyway, I really like this book as far as satires goes. I'm a bias towards satire. I really like it. I think it's hilarious, and I love to take a joke on serious things. This book will definitely have you laughing your ass off all the time. He's a really good writer in terms of how he kind of gets into how these people are feeling, and the situations that they're put in, and the way that the devil and his crew acts is just, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. So yeah, I would give this book maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. If you want to just be familiar with popular works of writing, I would definitely check it out, because there's a lot of people who have read this book and who talk about it and who think it's the greatest book ever. Me personally, I'm definitely not going to say it's the greatest book ever, but it's it's a good piece of satire, and it's led me into some interesting conversations at coffee shops or wherever I meet old guys. So yeah, thanks guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have another video coming next week. Been reading a lot. So yeah, take it easy. Much love from Pua, Thailand. Peace.